Hi, I'm Cheryl, and thanks for joining me. This is Your Journey Yoga. And today, just a full body, getting rid of tension and tightness. We'll definitely get into the neck and the shoulders and everything else along the way. So joining me in a seated position that feels right to you, we're going to sit up nice and tall and roll those shoulders up and back. And then just gently let your shoulders slide down and away. Let's close the eyes, put a little smile on your face. Go straight the wrists over the knees if that feels okay to you. Otherwise, just find a comfortable place for the hands to rest. Bring in the index finger and thumb to gently touch. And with those eyes softly closed, we're just going to focus on our breath. Drawing those inhales in through the nose. Allowing the belly to be soft. Fully inflating those lungs. Feel the rib cage expand front to back and side to side. And then with those exhales through the nose, keeping the heat and the moisture within the body as best we can, we'll create more along the way. But just exhaling away any tension or tightness. So as that breath begins to just flow a little deeper, feel how the mind starts to quiet. Feel the effects of that deeper breath, letting go of tension. Awareness, a little more clarity. Feeling grounded, centered. Ready to take some time just for us, a little self-care. Let's keep those eyes closed and just slowly walk the hands forward, releasing the weight of the upper body down. Arms can fully extend, or you can keep those elbows softly bent and just relax the weight of the upper body down. With that head heavy and gravity, just gently pulling the weight down. Nice stretch in that lower back and into those hips. So guys, always checking in to make sure that we are not going too deep or that there's no pain involved. A nice little dull ache is okay. Just a gentle stretch. Inhale, lift just slightly, and let's walk those hands forward just a little bit more, and then release the weight of the upper body back down. Relax the weight of the head. Gently press your tailbone towards the mat, just creating a little more space between those lumbar vertebrae. A little deeper stretch in that lower back. Inhale, circle the hands back by your hips, and then circle those arms overhead as you hinge up nice and tall. Release your right hand down by your side, left forearm crosses the crown of the head, and just gently pull your head to the left. Close your eyes and relax the weight of that left hand. Press your right palm down towards the mat. Big full deep breaths, still in and out through the nose. Inhale, extend left arm. Let's switch sides. Releasing that left arm down, right arm reaches high. Cross the crown of the head and gently pull to the right. Releasing the weight of the upper body or the arm, the hand, right along the side of the face. Head is heavy, and we're going to gently press left palm towards the mat. Now just noticing if you can easily get that palm to the mat. Indicating you got nice long arms in comparison to the torso. Just that nice stretch down the neck. Inhale, right arm reaches to the sky. Left arm reaches to the sky. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms towards the sky. And as you exhale, lower the arms to shoulder height. Press your palms forward, press your spine back, tuck your chin. Hollowing out the tummy and the chest, opening up that space between those shoulder blades. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Releasing that right hand down, left arm up and over. Let's remain on that right palm and give a little push against the earth as you lift that left side of the rib cage. Breathe, a little roll of that left shoulder back. And inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up and over. Again, staying on the palm of the hand, reaching out as far as you can reach. Now a little push with that left hand into the mat as we lift the right side of the rib cage. Nice big deep breaths. Inhale, reach to the sky, both arms come up. Exhale and release your hands down by your sides. Let's come forward and up onto all fours to a tabletop position. Hands are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width. We're going to tuck our toes and lift those knees just a little bit off of the mat, just like an inch or two. Firing up those quadriceps, engaging your core, strengthening through those shoulders. Now, if it feels right to you, shift a little weight forward, deepening that stretch through the wrists and through the forearms. It's going to be a little bit more in those shoulders, so just be kind. Listen to your body. Bring it back to that hovering tabletop. And as you exhale, extend the legs, shift your weight back towards your heels. Relax the weight of the head. Nice long stretch on the backs of the legs. And once again, we inhale back to that hovering tabletop. Knees just an inch or two off the mat. Core strong, we shift our weight forward, a little or a lot. Being mindful, being kind. Starting to build a little heat. Inhale back to that hovering tabletop. And exhale, extend the legs, shift your weight back towards your heels. Nice big deep breaths. Head is heavy, heels gently sinking, long stretch through the hamstrings, calves, and those Achilles. As you exhale, take a gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. And release the weight of the upper body down. Soft bend in those knees. And let's just gently alternate bending knees. Nothing major, just a little bend, walking it out. Noticing how the lower back responds, how those hamstrings and calves respond. As you exhale, extend both legs without locking those knees. Bring your hands to your elbows and hold on and gently sway side to side. Little arc around those legs. We come back to center, release the arms, and slowly roll it up. Stepping each vertebra one at a time. We're a rag doll being picked up by the waist. Those arms are just heavy, head is heavy. As you stand tall, big shoulder roll up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. Do that again, big shoulder roll. Up and back, and shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, extend those arms out to a T. And we're going to cross that left arm out in front, bringing that right hand to the tricep just below your shoulder and pull your arm in nice and tight, pressing that left shoulder down and away. Breathe. Now we turn the palm to face the back, shoulder down, and we turn and take our gaze out over that left shoulder. Far as you can turn your head, and then gently tuck your chin towards your collarbone. Nice big deep breaths. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front. Releasing that left arm, extending the right. Left hand to the tricep just below your shoulder, and then pull that arm in nice and tight. You're gonna notice probably your shoulder sneaks up by your ear. Press it down and away. Turn your palm to face behind. Core strong, and as you exhale, turn and take your gaze out over that right shoulder. Far as you can turn your head, and then gently tuck your chin towards that right collarbone. So just listening, taking care of the body, honoring your breath, just exploring and working to let go of tension. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front. Big circle of those arms overhead, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, up to monkey half lift, flat back. Exhale, down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through, up dog. And exhale to down dog. So in our down dog, you might notice that the feet and the hands are a little further apart than they were when we came to this from our hovering tabletop. Finding your breath, we're going to inhale it to high plank, shoulders right over those fingertips, and exhale it back to down dog. And as we transition between these two poses, We shouldn't need to move the hands or feet. That gives us our perfect down dog position. Exhaling to down dog, inhaling to high plank. Let's do that one more time. Big inhale to plank. Big exhale to down dog. And let's alternate bending knees in our down dog. Just walk in the dog. Head heavy, soften your face. Just checking in. As you exhale, let both heels gently sink. Let's shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping your right foot to the outside of your right hand, toes slightly turned out. And just hold here, supporting with those hands. Core is strong, lifting out of those shoulders, feeling that stretch through the inner thigh and through that right hip. Breathe. We're going to inhale and we're going to lift the bottom just a little bit. And then exhale, let it sink. Inhale, little lift. Exhale and let it sink. So it's mobility through the hips, guys, but we're really paying attention and listening to the body. One more time, exhale, let it sink. Step that right foot back to plank. Crocodile down, toes or knees. Press it through, up dog. And exhale to down dog. And we shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot to the outside of the left hand, toes slightly turned out. And we let those hips be heavy. We're lifting out of the shoulders, strong through that core. And just check in here. Does movement sound like a good idea? If you're like, I think I'm just gonna stay here, that's okay. As you inhale, lift your bum just a little bit, nothing huge. And then exhale, let it sink. Inhale, lift the bum. Exhale and let it sink. We're gonna do that 2 more times, just really listening to your body. Inhaling as you lift, exhaling as you sink. We're gonna do that once more. Inhale, little lift. Exhale and sink. Step that left foot back to plank, toes or knees. Crocodile down. Press it through, up dog. And exhale to down dog. Find your breath. Lift those sit bones high. Soften your face. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Now we're going to heel toe those feet out to the outside edge of your mat, so just beyond hip width, and we're going to turn those toes slightly out and relax the weight of the upper body down. Bringing the hands to the elbows, we hold on. We're just going to gently sway side to side. You can touch the elbows to the ankles. You don't have to make it that big. As slow or as quickly as you like. Just listening to the body. Making sure we're not locking out those knees. Let's come back to center. Relax the arms. And ever so slowly roll it up. With a big shoulder roll as you stand tall, shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, arch it back, open those arms to a nice wide V, gaze to the sky. Inhale, reach to the sky, pull the hands to heart center. Let's step those feet back to hip width apart, to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, bend those knees as much as you need to bring the hands to the mat. And let's center that left hand out in front of us, palm pressing firmly into the mat. We rotate and extend, right arm to the sky, reaching it up as high as you can reach. Now those straight legs, guys, are totally secondary. I want you to focus on that rotation of the upper body. I want you to reach as high as you can reach through those right fingertips. Your gaze can be down towards the mat, straight ahead out to the side, or we can look up, working to find the base of that right thumb. Circling that right arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. As you circle the back of your waist, roll that right shoulder back just a little bit more. Extending right arm to the sky, slowly release it down.
Right hand takes the place of the left. Again, legs can be bent as much as they need to. Find that palm, press it against the earth. Use that press against the earth to rotate the body and reach that left arm to the sky. Reaching up as high as you can reach. Find your breath. Wherever your gaze needs to be to keep that neck happy. And let's circle that left arm around behind the back. Forearm along the small of the back. Kind of tuck the back of the hand against that outer hip if you can reach it. And really use that to roll that left shoulder open. Find your breath. Left arm extends to the sky. And slowly release it down to forward fold. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, take a giant step back with your left foot. Back knee to the mat if you like, otherwise knee stays off. We lift those arms, coming up to our crescent lunge. Sinking into that crescent lunge. Shoulders soft. Breathe. Lengthen and reach, and exhale, begin to hinge it forward, creating a nice long diagonal line. All the way down the back of the body, arms shoulder width apart. Drawing that belly button in and up. Open those arms out to a T. Shoulders just naturally fall away from those ears. Lengthening through the fingertips. And sweep those arms back to flight. Turn your palms towards the sky, spread your fingers, and lengthen through those fingertips. You should really feel those shoulders roll back and activating through that whole back. Belly strong. Once again, arms open out to a T. And once again, arms reach overhead. We rise back to our crescent lunge. Circle the arms to the back. Release your hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back. And extend right leg to the sky. We can keep that right leg high, or you're welcome to release it down. Holding your down dog, or inhale it to high plank. Leg up or down. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog, release your foot. And exhale to down dog. Allowing the heels to sink, the head to be heavy. Lifting those sit bones towards the sky, that little pelvic tilt is going to deepen the stretch down the backs of the legs. End of your exhale, take the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And exhale, pull the hands to heart center. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale, down, giant step back with that right foot. Back knee to the mat if you like, otherwise knee is off. We lift those arms to our crescent lunge. Finding that deep crescent lunge. Feeling that great stretch down the front of that right leg. Strong through the core. Inhale, reach, and exhale, begin to hinge it forward. Long diagonal line down the back of the body. Shoulders soft. Use that breath, guys. There's lots of energy, lots of power in that breath. Open those arms out to a T. Lengthen through those fingertips. As you exhale, sweep the arms back to flight. Turn your palms towards the sky. Roll those shoulders back and really reach through those fingertips. Intensity and purpose. Strength and determination, but no tension. It's kind of a cool feeling. Arms open out to a T. And once again, reach overhead. And we rise. Big circle of the arms to the back. Release your hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back. And extend left leg to the sky. Now we can keep that leg high, or you're welcome to release it down. Holding your down dog, or inhale it to high plank, leg up or down. Crocodile. Press it through up dog, release your foot. And exhale to down dog. Feet are hip width apart, finding that down dog that feels super good to you. And let's sway those hips to the right. And take your gaze out underneath that right arm. Breathe. What do you feel? Where do you feel it? Work, stretch, strength, release. Bring it back to center. Gaze between the space between the feet. And then slowly let those hips shift to the left as you take your gaze out underneath that left arm. Breathe. And inhaling it back to center, gazing between the feet. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. And inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And as you exhale, take a giant step back. Open those arms out to a T. Turn your toes out to about a 45-degree angle. Core is strong. Roll the palms to the sky. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, pull the hands to heart center. Sink into those legs. Inhale, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, open the arms to a nice wide V as you gaze to the sky. Again, inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, sink into those legs. Pull the hands to heart center. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Gaze to the sky. Inhale, reach. And exhale, sink. 1 more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. This time, exhale, open the arms out to a T. And let's hinge it halfway over. Releasing the hands to the mat. Core is strong. Take a big breath in and bend that left knee. Lower your bottom to about knee height, no lower. Find your breath. That right sole of the foot stays connected to the earth. On your inhale, we rise. And this time, as you exhale, bend that right knee. And we hold for a couple breaths here. That left sole of the foot still pressing into the earth. Breathe. Inhale, we rise. And this time, exhale, left knee bends. Now we can sink a little lower if you like, if your body feels ready. We can pop those right toes off the mat and bring those hands to center underneath us. If your body's not quite ready for it, guys, just stay right where we were. If you like, extend those arms out in front to shoulder height. Breathe. Release your hands and we rise. Walking those hands back to center. As you inhale, bend that right knee. Bottom comes to about knee height. So again, we're checking in, making sure, how does the body feel? If you like, begin to lower your bottom, lift those left toes, center your hands out in front of you. Now we want to make sure that that right heel remains on the mat and that knee is not way out in front of those toes. Knee is stacked right over the ankle, extending those arms out in front, if that feels okay to you. Huge stretch going on through the inner thighs, both sides, through those hips, guys. Core is engaged. We've got a little balance going on here too. Release your hands and rise. Walk those hands back to the center. Release the upper body down. Toes are turned out to about a 45-degree angle. If you need to adjust your feet, adjust them. Hands to the outsides of those ankles and use the strength of your arms to pull that upper body in. So if you need to heel toe those feet in once more because the crown of the head comes to the ground before you like it, just make that stance a little shorter, narrower, and use the strength of the arms to pull that upper body towards the space between the legs. Now, if you like, you can reach your hands through the legs, wrapping the forearms around the backs of the calves, holding on to the outer ankles, and using the strength of those arms to pull. So some different variations. Just do what's right for you. And gently release the arms, let them hang. And either choosing to roll yourself up, hands just above bent knees, or extend those arms out to a T, lengthen through the crown of the head, and we hinge it up. So just taking care of that lower back, challenging your body as you see fit, that's right for you. Relax your arms. Turn your toes towards the top of the mat. Giant step forward to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Optional push up if you like. To down dog. And just take a moment, allowing those heels to sink. Head to be heavy, face soft. And as you're ready, square those hips, shift your weight to your left foot, right toes reach straight back. Hips are side by side. Those right toes reaching back as far as you can reach. Add a flex of that right foot. Keep those hips side by side and lift that right leg as high as you can get it without opening those hips. As you exhale, sweep your right foot through. Back heel to the mat, windmill those arms up to warrior two. Hips, chest, and shoulders open to the side. Soften those shoulders. Chest tall, core strong. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And then exhale, sink. Again, inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Rotate your palms towards the side wall. Draw that back arm forward. Bring your palms to touch. Pretend that you have a bow and arrow here. We're going to take a hold of that bowstring with those left fingertips and we're going to slowly pull it back. Intensity and purpose. Feel that resistance of that compound bow, guys. Elbow, left elbow, pointing straight back. Now follow with your gaze out over that left elbow. Now let's slowly release that bowstring. Feel the resistance, don't let it snap back. Turning your gaze back out front. Palms to touch. Once again, opening those arms back out to a T. Back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky. Reach forward as far as you can reach. Take it up and back. Reverse warrior, lengthening through those right fingertips. Reaching down that back leg with the left. Inhale, straighten your front leg a little bit. See if you can reach any further back. And then exhale, sink. Breathe. Turning your gaze towards your back heel. Little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. Letting go of tension in that neck. And let's inhale it back to warrior two. Straightening your front leg. Opening hips, chest, and shoulders to the side. Reach it out over those right toes as far as you can reach. When you can't reach anymore, right arm down, left arm high. Working to roll that left hip back, that left shoulder back. Core is strong. We should be able to take that right hand away and still stay where we are. Find that breath. Core is strong, slow as you can. Rise. All the way back up. Bending that front knee, back to warrior two. Windmilling that left arm up and over, placing that left hand along the inside of your right foot. Adjust your feet if you need to. Back heel remains on the mat. We rotate and extend. Right arm to the sky. Revolve warrior. Reaching up just as high as you can reach. Let's rotate that right palm towards the front. Reach it up and over as you turn your gaze down towards that right big toe. Reach it out through those right fingertips. Find your breath. Inhale, lift that right arm once again. And exhale, release that right hand to the outside of your foot. Back heel comes off the mat to a runner's lunge. Inhale, lift your hips, sweep it back and extend. Right leg to the sky. Go ahead and open up those hips. Lift that right leg just as high as you can get it. Add a flex of that right foot, a bend of the right knee, and draw your heel towards your bottom. Breathe. Once again, extending that right leg to the sky. And as you exhale, sweep that right knee through, foot to the inside to pigeon pose. Let's keep those back toes tucked under just for a moment. And as we lift that chest, noticing the different stretch through those hip flexors on that left side. Noticing the lower back, making sure if the lower back doesn't love it, bring your hands forward. Now let's untuck those toes and just let that back leg be long. With love going on for that right hip. If you're not feeling it as love, guys, adjust. You can come over onto that right hip a little bit to let go of some of that intensity. Let's walk it out. Stacking the hands, relaxing the forehead against the back of the hands. And just breathe, slow, deep breaths. Take a big breath in and squeeze every muscle in that lower body. Feel yourself lift just a little bit. And then exhale, sink. Just a gentle, quiet, deep breath. And let's slowly walk those hands back up. One hand on either side of your knee. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, sweep it back. Extend right leg to the sky. Point and flex your foot. Roll your ankle and give your leg a little shake. And gently release it down to down dog. Holding your down dog, a great opportunity to take a break or grab a drink. If you like, inhale it to high plank. Choosing to hold your plank, toes or knees, or if you like, 1/2 push-up, mid to high. 1 full push-up, low to high. 1 more full push-up, low to high. Let's take it low and hold. 1 low push-up, mid to low, and then super slow. Press it back up. Take your time. Breathe. Hold your plank. Lift your hips to down dog. And gently alternate bending knees. Just a great opportunity to kind of let go of any tension if it might be building in those planks. Those can be pretty challenging. Good chance to take a deep breath or two. As you exhale, let both heels sink. Now we keep those hips side by side, shifting your weight to your right foot. Left toes reach straight back. So keeping those hips side by side can be pretty challenging. Almost feels like an over-exaggeration, like that left hip has to be lower than the right. It's not, I'm fairly certain. Add a flex of that left foot. Now lift that left leg as high as you can get it without opening those hips. Huge stretch down the back of that right leg. Really challenging. As you exhale, sweep that left foot through. Back heel to the mat, windmill your arms up to warrior 2. Hips, chest, and shoulders open to the side. Core is strong, shoulders soft. Just breathe. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. And then exhale, sink. Let's rotate palms, open to the side. Drawing that right hand back or forward, drawing the palms to touch. Again, we've got that bowstring. Hold on to it. Pull it back. Feel the resistance. Even though it's imaginary, guys, it can be pretty real. As that right elbow starts to pull back towards the back of the mat, follow with your gaze. As you release that bowstring, feel the resistance. Feel the tension. Don't just let it snap back. Breathe. Once again, palms to touch. Open those arms back out to a T. Back arm onto the back leg. Front palm to the sky. Reach forward as far as you can reach. And take it up and back. Reverse warrior. Right hand sliding down that back leg. Left fingertips lengthening and reaching. Let's turn our gaze towards our back heel. Tuck your chin towards that right collarbone. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. See if you can reach any further back with those left fingertips. And then exhale, sink back to that reverse warrior. Find that breath. And inhale it back up to warrior 2. Straightening your front leg. Opening hips, chest, and shoulders to the side. Reaching out over those left toes as far as you can reach. When you can't reach anymore, left arm down. Right arm high. Extend out of that right shoulder. Roll that right hip back. Find your breath. And again, core is strong so that if we were to take that left hand away, we'd still stay where we are. Keeping those core muscles engaged, let's rise. All the way back up. Find your breath. Oh, yes. And sink back to warrior two. Windmilling that right arm up and over, placing that right hand along the inside of the left foot. Adjust your feet if you need to. Back heel remains on the mat. We rotate and extend. Left arm to the sky. Reach it up. So with that back heel on the mat, nice stretch through that outer ankle. Extending and reaching out of that left shoulder, up to the tips of the fingers. We rotate that left palm towards the front. Reach it up and over as you turn your gaze down towards that left big toe. Reach out through those left fingertips. Breathe. Inhale, lift that left arm once again. And exhale, releasing that left hand to the outside of your foot. Back heel comes off the mat to a quick runner's lunge. Lifting your hips, sweeping it back. Extend. Left leg to the sky. Go ahead and open up those hips. Lift that left leg just as high as you can get it. Add a flex of that left foot and a bend of that left knee. Draw your heel towards your bottom. Amazing long stretch on the back of that right leg. Through the front of that left leg. Into the shoulders, strong through the core, strong through the shoulders, extending that left leg once again. And as you exhale, sweep your left knee through, foot to the inside to pigeon. Again, keeping those right toes tucked under just momentarily. Just noticing the key that plays in this stretch. Does your body love it? Not so much. So if not so much, why? What's going on? Is it just that it's challenging and a different kind of stretch? If so, that's good. Again, taking care of the back. If we need to bring those hands forward, bring them forward. Let's untuck those toes and walk the hands forward. Stacking those hands, relaxing the forehead to the back of the hands. And just breathe. On your next inhale, squeeze every muscle in that lower body. Feel yourself lift. And then exhale, sink. So really working to just let go of tension that we're holding in the shoulders and the neck and the hip flexors and that lower back. This is one of those where we just do our very best to see where we're holding, where we're guarding, and to see if we can let that go and let gravity just take a hold. And let's slowly walk those hands back up. One hand on either side of your knee. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg to the sky. Point and flex your foot, roll your ankle, give that leg a little shake. And gently release it down. Another great opportunity to stay in down dog, to come down to child's pose, to take a drink, take a break, or for a strength challenge if you like. We're going to inhale it to high plank. Now you can be on your toes or your knees. A wider foot stance is going to make it a little bit easier. Not a lot easier, a little easier. Narrower stance, more challenging. Our goal is to keep those hips from rocking. Okay, so as we lift an arm, your hips are going to try and compensate. So we're going to take that left hand to the right shoulder and hold and breathe. Lifting out of that right shoulder. Release that left hand. Right hand to the left shoulder. Again, we're doing our best not to open up, but to square. Breathe. And release. Nice job. Bring those feet back together and come back to down dog. Kneading and back down into down dog as you are ready. End of your exhale, take the gaze between your hands. Walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Inhaling up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And pull your hands to heart center. Breathe. Go ahead and let go of the wiggles in the arms. Give yourself just a second. Make whatever adjustments you need to make. And then pull those hands to heart center. We find a focal point out in front of us. We're going to shift our weight to our left foot and bend that right knee. Right big toe just barely touching the mat. And then let's roll that right knee open. Sole of the foot resting along the inside of your left leg. Now, you can choose to stay right here. This is tree pose. Or if you like, begin to slide your right foot up along the inside of your leg, above or below the knee, so you're not pressing right on your knee. Interlacing your fingers, all but the index finger and thumb. Gently begin to extend those arms, reaching to the sky. Soften those shoulders. So one of the foundational balancing poses, a solid, strong oak tree. I want you to visualize yourself as that. And that left foot rooted into the earth. Now let's circle those arms around behind your back. And again, re-interlace your fingers, all but the index finger and thumb. Roll those shoulders back. Reach through those fingertips. Core remains strong. Now without arching your back, lift your arms. High as you can get them. Keeping the chin off of the chest. Find your breath. Still solid, strong, rooted into the earth. Slowly bring your hands back down. We release the hands, pull the hands to heart center. Drawing that right knee forward, gently step it out. And roll out the ankle on that left foot. Get rid of the wiggles with the arms. And come back to center. Find that focal point. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left knee bends, big toe just barely touching the mat along the inside of that right foot. And then slowly roll that left knee open. Sole of the foot just kind of resting right along the ankle bone, along the inside of the leg. Core is strong. You can choose to stay here or anywhere along the way. If it feels right to you, begin to slide that left foot up along the inside of the leg, above or below the knee. So now, as long as you're not pressing right on the knee. Core is strong, guys. We're lifting out of that right hip. We're rolling that left knee open like a figure four. Let's interlace the fingers, all with the index finger and thumb. And inhale, reach to the sky. There's still a softness to the shoulders, even though we're extending those arms. So I want you to squeeze those shoulders up to the ears. Soften them. Noticing that strength and that energy, guys. Rooting into the earth through that right foot. Breathe. Now let's release those hands and circle the arms around behind you, interlacing your fingers once again, all with the index finger and thumb. Extend those arms. Be mindful that we're not arching too much. It's just a shoulder roll, opening the chest. And if you like, lifting those arms. Again, being mindful that we're not arching the back, that the chin stays off the chest. We stay long and tall through the crown of the head, activating that upper and middle back, strengthening through the front of the shoulders, promoting good posture, guys. As gravity pulls us forward each and every day, we're combating against that. We are rallying, we are warriors to stand tall. Slowly releasing those hands down. Release your fingers, interlace or bring those hands back to heart center. Gently releasing that left knee forward and stepping out. Roll out your ankle, stretch your toes. Get rid of the wiggles with the arms. Nice job, you guys. Big shoulder roll to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey. Exhale down. Soft bend in those knees. Bring your hands to your elbows and just hold on. Let the arms be heavy. Let that extra weight just gently pull towards the ground. Deepening that stretch down the backs of the legs and into that lower back in a gentle sway, side to side. And we come back to center. Release the arms. Shift your weight back to your heels. Core is strong. We're going to bend the knees and lower the bottom towards the ground. Now, taking care of your knees, find a safe way to come down onto your bottom. If your knees are happy and healthy, I want you to come as low as you can come and extend those arms out in front. Breathe. Now, if you are no longer on your heels, don't try and lift your toes. If your heels are on the mat, see if you can lift those toes. Release your hands, lower yourself down onto your bottom. Go ahead and slide back down a little bit. Extend those legs out nice and long. Sitting up tall. Release your hands down by your sides and flex those feet. Now keep that left foot flexed and point your right. Roll that right foot to the outside, flex your foot and pull it back. Point your left foot. Breathe. Roll those left toes to the out, flex your foot, and bring it back to center. Pulling that right foot in, bring your hands to your shin, and just gently pull. So that left foot staying flexed, and stay up nice and tall. Let's take that left hand, reaching down, either along the outside of the ankle or the outside edge of your foot. We're gonna extend that right leg. Extending right arm out, circle it around, reach as high as you can reach. So feel that length in the spine. Keep the length in the spine as you bring your hand around behind you to help prop you up even more. Now be mindful that you haven't pulled that leg across the left. You want that right leg right in line with that right hip. If it feels okay to you, extend that right arm so we don't have that balance anymore. We're lifting and we're lengthening through the crown of the head. Breathe. Awesome. Now we're going to bend that right knee and we're going to place that right foot to the outside of the left knee. Wrapping the crook of that left elbow around the knee, place that right hand behind you and sit up as tall as you can sit. Take your gaze out over that right shoulder. Breathe. Left foot still flexed. Pull that right knee in. A little tuck of your chin towards your right collarbone. Extending right arm out, circle it up, release it back to face front and let that right knee open out to the side. Now, if this is too much pressure on that left knee, go ahead and transition your foot to the inner thigh. Otherwise, ankle just to the outside of the knee, we're gonna sit up tall. Reach to the sky and exhale, begin to hinge it forward, reaching out, lowering the upper body down, release your hands, relax the weight of your head. So again, if having that right foot crossed puts too much pressure behind that left knee, transition that foot to the inner thigh. Just make sure that it feels good, guys. Challenging is fine. Pain is not. Noticing that dull ache, if there's a stretch, that's a beautiful thing. We've got change going on. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall and release those hands down by your sides, extending that right leg out. Flex your feet. Sit tall in our staff pose. Keep that right foot flexed, left foot points. And we circle those left toes around to the outside. Flex your foot, pull it back to center. Right toes point, hard as you can point. Still sitting up nice and tall. Roll that right foot out, flex your foot, pull it back to center. Breathe. Let's cross that right hand, bending that left knee. Take a hold anywhere along the outside edge of the leg or the outside edge of your foot and extend left leg. Breathe. That right foot still flexed. Being mindful that we're not pulling that left leg across the right, but it's out in front of that left hip. Left arm extends out. Circle it around. Reach, reach, reach. Keep that length in the spine as you release that left hand behind you, helping to prop you up even more. Breathe. Slight rotation. Length through the back of that left leg. If it feels right to you, extend that left arm and take your gaze out over that left arm. Find your breath. Inhale, reach that left arm, bend that left knee, cross that left foot up and over the right knee and sit up tall. Right foot still flexed. Now again, if this is putting too much pressure on that right knee, just transition the foot to the inner thigh. If you like, reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward, working to place the center of the tummy and chest down onto that right leg, hands to the mat, nose towards your knee. So again, just be mindful, guys, if that's too much pressure on the top of the thigh or it doesn't feel great for any reason, just transition that left foot to the inner thigh. Breathe. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to cross that left foot up and over the right leg. Right arm circles around. Just kidding. Right arm reaches around the knee. Pull it in nice and tight. Add that flex to that right foot. Find your breath. Sit up nice and tall. Extending left arm out. Circle it around. Keep that length in the spine and release that hand behind you. Prop yourself up. And then take your gaze out over that left shoulder. Really pulling that left knee in to get that stretch for that left outer hip. Find your breath, slow it down. Just checking in. Circling that left arm back, up and over, and releasing that rotation. Let's extend both legs out, flex your feet, reach to the sky. There's a giant beach ball on your thighs, round over it, hollow the tummy and chest, reach out towards the shins or towards your toes. Taking a hold of the shins or the toes, lift your spine, tuck your chin. Take a big breath in, and on your exhale, we're gonna work to pop that beach ball, flattening out that spine, reaching out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet, lower the arms to shoulder height, and slowly roll yourself back, slow and steady. And extend those arms out to a T. Nice big deep breaths. On your next inhale, slowly pull your foot up, that right leg up, knee bends, and we pull that knee in towards the chest. Extend that right leg to the sky, point your toes, little external rotation, and slowly lower that leg down once again. And allow it to come to rest. Left foot pulls in, bending that left knee. We slowly draw that knee in towards the chest. Extending left leg to the sky, little external rotation through that hip. Point those toes and lower the leg back down. We're going to do that one more time each leg. As you inhale, bend the knee, draw that foot in, slide it along the mat. Finally, knee pulls in towards the chest as the foot lifts off the mat. Extend your leg, little external rotation through that hip, and slowly lower it back down. All the while drawing that belly button in and back towards your spine, keeping the small of the back, pressing into the mat. And again, we draw that left knee in, foot slides along the mat, knee comes in towards the chest. Extend left leg to the sky, little external rotation through that hip, and slowly lower the leg down. And we pull those feet in right by your bottom. Feet are hip width apart, hands come down by your sides. Tuck the pelvis so that the small of the back presses into the mat, and let's begin to press those hips to the sky as we press through those heels. Each vertebra lifting one at a time. Breathe. Squeeze your buttons at the top. Knees right in line with those hips. We're going to inhale and slowly lift the fingertips to point towards the sky. And then slowly continue those arms up and overhead. Back of the hands to the mat. Can you squeeze those buttons any higher? Knees right in line with those hips. We inhale and lift those fingertips back towards the sky. And then slowly lower those hands down. Palms to the mat. Starting at the top of the spine, slowly, one vertebra coming back to the mat at a time. So your bottom is the very last to touch. Extending your left leg out, drawing the right knee in, right arm extends out to T, left hand to the outside of the right knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the mat, turn your gaze out over that right arm, and then just close your eyes. So many amazing things that we accomplish during our yoga practice. Quieting our mind, one of the great gifts. Promoting blood flow, getting stronger, hormonal balance, bone density and strength, muscle tone. You guys, I could go on for days. There are so many amazing things that yoga has to offer. Training those supporting muscles, not just in the feet and the ankles, but through the hips, through the back, toning your core, which also helps support your back and create better balance, better posture. So great. Releasing that left hand, rolling back to center. Extend that right leg to the sky, point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip. And once again, slowly lower that leg down. So it just gently comes to rest. Left knee comes in, left arm extends out to a T, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently pull your leg across your body, keeping both shoulders on the mat. Turn and take your gaze out over that left arm. Close your eyes. Relax the neck, relax the jaw. Now this is a stretch that saves my back. One of my absolute favorites. And one that just kind of finishes everything off to allow you to kind of let go of any last little bit of tension that might be hiding anywhere. And it's also just a great check-in. So if you were really tight at the beginning of class, here hopefully you can really notice that significant change. Gently releasing that right hand, rolling back to center. Extend left leg to the sky, point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip. Lengthen and lower, keeping that belly button drawn in, keeping the small back against the earth, reaching out and making that leg just as long as you can make it. Let's pull the heels towards the bottom, bringing the soles of the feet together, knees open out nice and wide, resting your hands on the hips. And just breathe. Feet can be tucked in as tightly as you like, or out far and away. And just gently resting the palms against those hips, against the pelvis. Promoting that positive healing energy flow into those hips. Inhale, lift the knees just slightly, slide your feet forward just a little bit, and then as you exhale, open those knees once again. Just checking in here. On your next inhale, lifting the knees just slightly, sliding those toes forward just a bit, and then let those knees open back out. And again, we lift the knees, sliding those toes forward once again. And once again, opening those knees out and just noticing the change in the stretch. More or less intensity as those legs get longer, but the soles of the feet remain together. Last one, we're going to inhale, lift the knees. And as you exhale, either pulling those heels back in towards your bottom or extending those legs out nice and long. I invite you to just come to a comfortable place. You can choose to keep those hands on the hips, transition the hands to the belly, one just below the belly button, one just below the sternum, or extend those arms out nice and long, turning the palms to face the sky. Just find that comfortable place. Make whatever adjustments you need to make. Find those big, full, deep breaths. Now, of course, if you are more comfortable in a position other than on your back, you are welcome to come to a comfortable place for you. The eyes softly closed and the breath just flowing effortlessly. We give ourselves permission to step away for just a moment, to take a little mini vacation away from our everyday life. Finding a place of peace, of strength, of self-care, and well-being. Taking care of ourselves, mind and body, guys, begins on the inside. Our thoughts, our feelings, our senses. We take time to cultivate the very best version of ourselves from the very depths of our core. Doing our best to promote positive energy and the flow of that positive energy within us and from us and to us. Oftentimes we give. Know that it's okay to receive. Opening your heart, opening your mind to receiving that healing, loving energy from the universe. Keeping what you need, and then releasing that excess back out into the universe for those who need it as well. Feel that energy, guys, within you and around you. Noticing that sense of joy and gratitude in your heart as that love just flows. And gently we begin to wiggle our fingers and our toes. We move the muscles in our hands and our feet. We begin to stretch our limbs. Bringing our awareness back to the world around us, keeping with us that amazing sense of joy and love. Take your time, and as you're ready, gently draw your knees towards your chest and either rocking up or rolling to one side and using the strength of the arms to help you come back up. Let's find a seated position that feels good to you. Rest your hands comfortably, close your eyes, sit up nice and tall. And just take those big deep breaths. Sharing just a few words with you to carry with you today, or just let them float on by. Never doubt, criticize, or neglect. Rather believe, embrace, and respect. Keeping those eyes closed, gently pull your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach to the sky, open those eyes. Big circle of the arms out to the side and pulling those hands back to heart center. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys have the very best day. Take care of yourselves, and until the next time, namaste.